with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Mayfield. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
2nd down and goal. Mayfield. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Mayfield down. And that is caught. But the back judge right there to say incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. From 13 yards out. And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0. So their 2nd touchdown of this first half. They went for 2 after score number 1. Didn't get it. Now they get the equalizer, so to speak.
So to speak, and you can understand the thinking. Because they didn't get it after the first score, they wanted to get back to a normal points pattern, get up to 14. But just think, if they missed it here, they're only up 12-0. 1 extra point on the other side could ultimately beat you if they score twice. Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. 2nd and 4. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They'll drop to throw. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. The 20. And into the end zone, it's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown.
Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick-6.
It's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the 2nd quarter.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Lions Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Here's 2nd and 8. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. He's got a man, complete. A big play there for Detroit, and even 50 yards. He'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown.
Well, this defense is circling early. A pick-6 there, and they are off to the races here this first quarter.
And, partner, when you get off to a first-quarter lead like this, it really frees you up defensively to take some chances, really apply some heat. And that was just a tremendous play to pick that ball off and bring it back for a score.
And they turned the pick-6 into a pick-8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Packer pressure, and down he goes. An entertaining start to this one. More to come. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation.
Hurry!
They'll look to throw here.
That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. Finding space at the 40. Still going.
A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Looking to throw. And in for the Lions touchdown. Rachaad White, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Lions are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Tucker with the extra point, and that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play fake. Mayfield. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring. And another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big stroke like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Let's go. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and a mile. Back to throw. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got a man complete. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it here. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. To throw, Mayfield.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead is down to 24. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around. That's caught at the 25. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 52 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game.
And the Packers continue to pull away here in this first half.
They'll look to throw, and this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Tyson Campbell.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case.
Touchdown! A big play there. 44 yards.
And the Lions get a bit closer.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. And it's a Packers touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Okay, ready?
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Detroit. Terry McLaurin as the first half is winding down. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead is down to 24. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Flush to his right. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Lions are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Mayfield off the play fake. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mayfield. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. It got his man complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Christian Watson, 82 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They'll try and throw for it. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the 2-point try. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards. Right at the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
Well, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible, let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Red, yellow, green, jack, yellow, blue, blaster, stick.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got a man, complete. Oh, touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. 57 yards. And the Lions are able to cut into that deficit. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown. A big play there. 82 yards.
And the Packers are an extra point away from going up by 30.
Mayfield to throw it. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though.
Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. The 30. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Officially, that goes down as a kick return of 107 yards. What a run. And the Lions are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead is down to 24. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Touchdown, Packers! A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. And this is going to be caught. I'm not sure about the need to go for two, but they get it. Can extend this lead out even further.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for two, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get two. You got some pretty ticked-off folks on the other sideline now.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And my goodness, another interception. And into the end zone, it's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. Two-point conversion makes this lead even bigger.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on. But apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. He's at the 50. 30. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions.
I can't help it, partner. I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. Tucker now for the extra point. So they get 1 score back, but still a long ways to go here in this third quarter. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And it's a Packers touchdown. A great play there. 29 yards. And the Packers just continue to roll. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for two. They're going to look to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for two in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Opting to run again here with White. Oh, there he goes left side. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 27-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Going right side is White. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Check pitch. Check White.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Let's go.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play. Back now at Lambeau. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The offense on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Here we go, set.
They'll go up the middle with White. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
And he finds McLaurin. And he is going to have the Lions' 1st down, and that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give them a new set of downs. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back, they can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Drill 52.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Smith, red. Faster, faster.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. It's their quarterback scoring on the 2-yard keeper.
And the Lions get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. 75 yards.
And the Packers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
On running plays, linemen, of course, have their assignments. That's expected. But it's not often you're expecting to see a cornerback blitzing and run support and tackling the runner for a loss.
2nd and 11. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Out of the gun now on third down. And that's caught inside the 35. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Tucker with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. Going for the deep ball. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And that will force a turnover on downs. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophy, some